yes, this is EDHsenpai. This is a tournament from Diabolically Delightful Day, which is a Diabolic Misplays run event. Friends of mine, Anna and Eddy. We had a good time. Um, this is round one. I am against Eddy in the top right, Candy from Candysprinkl in the bottom right, and Torment in the bottom left. I think everybody kept like 7 or 6, and then Torment went down to 3 on Rogdrass. So that's pretty much a no bueno. And we have a very juicy hand. So here we go.
Alright, gentlemen.
I'm ready to rock and roll.
So just a land. So a training center. Chrome. Looking for a turn 1 Malcolm when I'm playing Grixis Pirates. Pretty easy to come by. He was born upon the winds. Rite of Flame. Yeah, there you go. Turn 1 Malcolm. Pretty simple. Pretty classic Grixis Pirates. The whole goal is to get out there as fast as possible underneath everybody else and hit them with a line that's a little harder to deal with. Eddy goes on top. You draw, land, and we got a Roger. Crack it. It was a windswept, Wooded Foothills looks like. We're just looking for any of the players to kind of tap out, give us an advantage here. Looks like a tropical island into a springleaf drum into a wild growth. Nice. Tons of mana next turn. Good setup. Good place to be. Untap, you draw for Candy. Awesome streamer on Twitch. Candysprinkl does a great show on Sundays. I think Mondays and Tuesdays. Definitely check her out. Underground Sea and the Lotus Petal. I'll put the links for the Twitch in the description below. Oh, and she passed, leaving out all her mana. No bueno. That is a Roger and a Manamo. Don't Amroth. Well, we see a Soul Ring. And that's a pass. We're going to untap and draw. We're going to play a fetch land. We're going to crack Scalding Tarn. Search our deck. In searching, I originally was going to get a Volcanic Island, but then I realized I'm off of black. So I decided to switch, I think, and get a Badlands. My thinking on this one to switch is because if I fail to win here, I can still do stuff with the all of my colors. And obviously, the obvious way to play this game is if you're attempting to win and they can stop you, always get them to take the Glenhorn, even if it is a Swords, opposed to Malcolm, because the value engine that Malcolm is will often lead me back to it later in the game, but also value for Malcolm is it gives me interaction, so we just don't lose the game. Obviously, if you haven't figured out by now, I had a Glenhorn opening hand and the ability to cast Malcolm. So I just totally wanted to win the game here. Then this is the discussion. Eddy passes. Candy asks if anyone has any interaction. Everybody says no. And Candy tells me that she has a Demcon. She can Demcon for a force of will and counter it. Or we could take a draw. And in the back of my mind at this point in the game, I'll just take a draw because this is round 1, turn 2. The draw doesn't really hurt me, and the reality is, if she hits it here in the first 6, then I just win. But if she doesn't, and she gets it in the first like 20 of her deck, then she takes me out of the game and gives it to the Roger players that have a lot more mana advantage at the present moment, because we'll both be behind on mana. So I accept the draw, because there's no way in the world that I'm going to take the negative chance not to just, get a point. The point is always worth more than getting blown out. Always worth more. Thanks for checking it out. Hopefully you like this. I'll get back to CEDH to TEDH in a little bit. I just wanted to post up this video of how to take a draw and what represents a draw, or something relative to a draw.